Hello, YouTubers. This is Edward, Lilibeth, and Leonardo. We're gonna go to Peña. It's about, I don't know, 20 kilometers away. That's where the regional power customer service building is, and we're gonna pay our monthly electric bill. And our bill for this month, as you can see, the total 10,356 peso. So that's 200, just slightly over 200 US dollar for this month. And we've had 10 consecutive months where the swimming pool paid for all our electric, which that's usually about the amount of our bill every month, and since we got solar. And this is the first month that the pool never make enough to pay for the electric bill, which is a negative, which is a slight negative, but it's okay. I mean, we never had the pool all the other years we've been here anyways. I think the main reason is the school is so intense right now, and a lot of families are having to pay fees for the children for testing. I mean, they have to pay fees for testing in the last quarter of school. So are we gonna go? Leonardo, are we gonna go?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Go.
Go. Okay. He loves to go. Here's the tower, the front gate. It's kind of a shadow view with the morning sun here. It's like 10 a.m. So this is our small little barangay, and we'll just make our way slowly through. There's still some road construction, and then all this road here going to be tore out too eventually, and they're gonna make the road wide like this little section right here in front of us, which is like additional 3 foot, 4 foot on each side. That's about so this right here will be the total width of the road once they're done. This is not the main national highway. This is the coastal road, Rizal Dipolo Coastal Road. So we're going south right now to Rizal, and the other direction goes to the coast, and where the ocean, all along the ocean, once you go over the pass from this valley. And it's a nice drive, but it's, it takes what, 3 hours, hon? Was it about 3 hours?
From where?
From our house to Dipolo, going the other way?
No, to at least the longest 1.5 hours from here to Dipolo. Not 3 hours.
No, hon, the coastal highway, the long way.
Oh yes, 3 hours.
Yes.
It's
So
too far.
it's double the time.
Too far.
Yeah. So.
But you still, even far like that, it's still you enjoying to see the view, many beaches around. You know that.
Yeah.
It's still cool.
Yeah. It's the ocean's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once if you live on it, maybe you don't appreciate it as much, but once you get to the ocean, to the beach, sometimes it's definitely relaxed. I can see why people go to the beach once in a while and relax and chill and have a bonding there, because it's nice, especially when you're in the deep jungle. Especially, a lot of the Filipino families, they don't have an air con even, so that nice ocean breeze is real nice for them once they get to the coast. Here's they're clear cutting this area, and loggers, the owners contract loggers, and they come in and cut down all the mahogany trees, and there's some cuttings there, and lumber, rough lumber, and then they sell that for, I don't even know what the board foot what they get, if they get per tree. Do you know, hon?
Per tree. It depends how.
The size of it.
No, it depends of the owner and the buyer of how they negotiate of it. Some they gonna sell per tree, but some is the whole bunch of it. Then say the price of how much whole bunch.
Yeah, and that's the deal here. I mean, you can get taken real quick. You can get scammed by these buyers, right? Because they're in it for the money, and they're gonna, unless your lumber's real easy to get at. If you're in a real high mountainous area, no roads access, you're going to get a lower price. Because then they have to use Carabao to skid out all your lumber, all your trees, right? And then they get it to the road, and then they'll make it into rough lumber when they get it to the road. So here's the construction still going on, but they're making pretty good progress. Actually, more progress than I thought they'd make. And then here's a light, so we got to stop. Oh, so this motorcycle's cheating as usual. The motorcycles really don't pay attention because they can go weave in and out.
Because they're small. They're
Yes.
tiny, so they can get through the small area.
Yeah.
Small space.
So the cars will have to wait a lot of times. So here they got an excavator right up here, and they're digging out the old road on the one side. And so this is kind of typical of what they've been doing, what we've been seeing. And then a dump truck will back up to him, and then he'll continue digging it out. They dig it out about almost 3 feet down, because the thickness of the concrete they pour is like 16 inches thick compared to the previous like 8 inches. So they're doubling the thickness of the concrete, and then what they have been doing is going over all the concrete later with blacktop. At least the National Highway has been like that, so we don't know for sure if they're going to do it here, but we hope so, because near the coast on this road they have overlaid it with blacktop already when you go way north on this road. So yeah, it's they're really laying in. It's like I say, it's like in the 1950s in the US. With the major road construction everywhere on island of Mindanao. And like I say, I said in another video, 6 years ago, actually 7 years ago now, when Duterte, the best president the Philippines ever had, in my opinion, he's the one that started all the massive, because he's the only president the Philippines ever had that was from this island. And it was neglected for years and decades, right? And the roads were so bad when I first got here 8 years ago. And then, like I say, like 7 years ago, that's when they started in on the major construction, and it's still going on today, which is great. It's like a boom here because the good transportation now, more people, more businesses, more work, more everything. So it's really, the economy here has never been better. Inflation is going up a lot because of the fiat currency inflation of free money printing, like all the governments are doing around the world, which is going to get us into a situation soon that everything going to collapse, in my opinion, because it always does. That's the history of fiat currency backed by nothing. It's not backed by gold and silver anymore. So it's just it's good for this island and this state, right? This is Mindanao, which is the most southern island and the most southern state of the Philippines. There's only 3 states, right? Luzon, which is the northern island, what Manila, the capital, is on. Then all this middle islands, 7,000 middle islands, are called the Visayas. That's state 2. And then the largest island, Mindanao, is the southern island and state. So that's the situation here. a lot of bloggers will say, "Oh yeah, we're here at the beach. It's nice here, blah blah blah," but they won't say the island they're on. I always like to say, "Oh, well, what island are you on?" So I can maybe go there someday if it looks so beautiful and so nice. Like Boracay, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing
Boracay.
Boracay. Okay, thank you, Hans. Boracay is very beautiful white sand beach, but it's really high tourist and expensive. But you can go to some of these islands, you won't see a soul for days because maybe fishermen or something, you know. So it's amazing how many beaches. Like I say, this whole country is fishing. Fishing's the number one industry because I mean it's all island archipelago, right? And there's just massive amounts of shrimp, lobster, fish, every variety you can think of. You know, clams with valuable pearls. The biggest pearl in the world was found in the Philippines. I think the Palawan Sea, if my memory serves me. But yeah, you can look all that stuff up for yourself. It's one of the richest resource areas in the world, and like I say, it's just barely just the tip of the icebergs being explored now for the resources here. I mean, they have no oil and gas drilling, nothing. There's some that's always produced the highest amount of near the surface gold in the world. So, but other than that, I mean, it's rich in all kinds of minerals and riches. This land is crazy with it. I mean, like I say, this place is a throwback, right? Third world people living in mostly in bamboo huts still, right? In the provinces, that's the way it is. You know, this in the cities got mostly just concrete. There's some wood houses, wood lumber houses, but very little. It's usually concrete or bamboo. That's the way it is here in the Philippines. And there's better ways to build, obviously, but good luck trying to find builders that will build in some of the newer, more efficient technologies. Even the U.S. is terrible. I mean, they just do track homes one after another. They all look the same and they're all wood. I mean, remember, hon, when you first went to the U.S., how disgusted and you were because it was all just wood house and it was very expensive there for a cheap piece of crap wood house.
But still, I'm amazed of it the way it is because you can trick person gonna buy that, like Filipino
trick person.
Yes, like Filipino, because me first time my impression there when I got there, I said, oh, it looks like a cement, solid cement, but when I holding it and knocking of it, it's a wood. So the texture is that a texture that you can see it you think it's a cement.
Yes. Yeah, it's stucco is what she's talking about. Stucco, because Las Vegas, they use a lot of that stucco
like
on the outside. You know, they put chicken wire and then they just slap on this stucco-looking stuff, and it's a thin layer of concrete that looks real rough, and then you just paint over it.
If there's a person gonna climb your house, it's easy to break it. Very easy. Because it's a wood.
Well, maybe.
But it's so expensive. High dollar.
Yeah.
$200,000, $300,000, but it's only teeny tiny wood house. My God.
Yeah. Like what I've built here, the cost of the property and everything, right? The pool, the tower, the mansion, the store, the outbuildings, you know, and the wall, the 10 to 20 foot wall surrounding the entire property on a third of an acre of land. I mean, all that together is approximately $500,000 US. And that if you put that same place in the US, it's like $3 million.
Yeah.
At least. It's between $3 and $4 million that place would be worth. So yeah, that's what you can do here in the Philippines. It's way more. I don't want to say cheaper, but yeah, less expensive. So yeah. So that's what you can do here. The only thing is, you got to watch it with the builders. The builders are rip-off artists because they can do things so cheap. They can do it so fast, and they'll use the cheapest ass materials that they can. So yeah, really be careful with what builder you choose. And there's still a lot of, this whole world's full of scams right now, and builders and real estate, that's always been one of the biggest scams there ever was going on. If you don't do it yourself and you put it in the hands of a builder, you're gonna lose big money. So, and if you do it yourself, you don't really have the skill. Some people do, but the skill to do everything, plumbing, electrical, all that, you can do it here because there's the whole inspection process and all that doesn't happen. So that's one thing great about the Philippines. There's way more freedom to do stuff without people gouging you to death with permits and inspections and licenses and all that crap constantly in your face, because there's no enforcement. Very tiny, right? So that's the freedom here is 10 times what it is in the US, and that's no shit. I ain't kidding you on that. So and you have to experience it yourself. Like me, I have nothing. I don't have insurances. It's not required here. In the US, they can put you in prison if you don't even have insurance. You can't even drive your vehicle without insurance, right? All that crap they put on you and force you to do all kinds of shit that you don't want to do. And you know what? Everything's out of pocket here. You know, you trust in Christ only. That's it. All your trust is in Christ. And then just do everything in cash. It's complete freedom. Other countries, good luck. You're forced to do so much stuff that it just fleeces you and makes you poor the rest of your life. Where's all that money going? To all these politicians and rich people. Good luck. So that's why I'm in the Philippines. Anyway, the family, we're still heading down the road here, and we're gonna go pay our electric bill. We do this once a month. There's a guy that comes around to the house you can give your cash to, and we were doing that for a while. But until we get our export meter, I don't want to take a chance of us missing a month because the guy embezzled the electric bill that we gave him to give to payment, or it was lost or anything. So we take the responsibility on ourselves until we get the export meter for our solar, until that whole thing is done, so we don't have any issues about that. So, and Leonardo's at the age where he likes to travel now too.
Hi.
Buddy, hey, what you doing? We're going. What? Okay, talk to you guys later. YouTube, take care. Bye-bye.